Don't follow my feet. Don't follow my feet. Don't follow my feet. Don't follow my feet. Somebody tell Budden before I step, he better fasten it. Or have his body back and tip the closest thing he's had to hit to smacking bitches.
Yo. So we're gonna get into this Eminem Joe Budden beef.
Yo, why did M swing below the belt like right out the gate though?
Yeah, that was like an uppercut.
Like he didn't just take a shot and say, "Yo, chill before I come at you." Like he literally just came at Joe
This
like
dirty boxing.
Like
this beef been brewing though.
This is what
we're gonna go into that.
Yeah, we're gonna go into that when we're
gonna
get
go
back.
into that.
All right, so yo, this is what I want to ask you, bro. Did Joe Budden deserve that low blow based off where this beef stemmed from?
He didn't deserve that. M's just a very emotional person. We all know this.
Right. But now you got
a very emotional person.
Now you got two emotional people because Joe Budden is very
That's
emotional.
why this beef can be so good.
It can be so good.
It can be so good. Well, you got these two very emotional rappers
Listen,
beefing.
When I heard...
Because it ain't just rap.
It ain't just rap.
It ain't just rap. These niggas' feelings hurt.
They feelings hurt, and this is a lyrical comeback.
This is a lyrical comeback, man. And Joe's the one. If anybody to go in M head, Joe is the one.
See, I felt
Look at his beef career.
Yeah. I feel that way. I feel that same way. Like when I first heard all the diss records, who all the people he dissed. Now, shouts out to Machine Gun Kelly because he did come with it. Yeah. You know, I like what Kelly put out.
I like what MGK did.
I like what he put out, but let's be honest. Joe Budden, our first listen, Joe Budden was the first name I thought of. Say, if anybody's gonna go at him, it's gonna have to be Joe Budden.
It's gonna have to be Joe.
I don't know, man. I really want to see Joe come with some rap. Like I know he got his podcast. He retired from rap, and he's he's doing his journalism thing now. But I want to hear some bars, Joe.
We know you retired.
Bars. Nah, yeah, for real.
And I hate to say this, but I hope Eminem hit you with a few more low blows so you can goddamn come out that retirement.
Look, I'm
just being selfish, but
listen, when people start
I need to hit another dumb out, another, you know what I'm saying, we need for you to go dumb one more time, dog.
I will say though, Joe Budden lyrically is considered like he's top tier, bro.
He's a top tier.
He's a
top tier, and he's not only that, he's a top tier battle MC.
Yeah, like he can go at anybody. He's probably one of the most creative rappers of our generation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But let's get into what his beef brewed at.
Yeah, well, it started. Well, I want to say it started when Joe Budden when he came out and said and put that wet record out. But of course, we know now that it started back in the Slaughterhouse days. Yeah. It started in the Slaughterhouse days because M was too busy being a megastar and wasn't paying Joe and them no mind, really. And Joe took offense to that shit.
He took offense to that. He said every time that he would sniff around, because he's like, all the advantages of being signed to Eminem weren't being displayed. Like, nothing was happening. He was like, it was certain things that you expect that wasn't in contract.
And I feel him on that.
That was supposed to happen.
I feel him
just
on
like
that.
how Rick Ross does Meek Mill, Wale, and all his artists.
Yeah.
He's right there by their side, pushing them, taking them on tour like that. Joe said when he would sniff around the label and see why M wasn't doing these things, that he would get the response that he can't do that. He's a megastar.
Right.
He's a megastar.
And that's bullshit. So he said he eventually had an epiphany that they was a passion project. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the label didn't want them there. They was Eminem's passion project, which in turn was Eminem's muse. Because they helped M get better more than
M helping them.
Bruh, I remember when Slaughterhouse was first announced, dog, I was so excited.
I was excited.
Because here you are, you got some of the best lyrical MCs on the planet that signed with the most lyrical MC on the planet. So this is supposed to be
like, how could it fail?
Like, for people like us who grew up in the 90s era when hip hop reached another level, when lyricism really, like, don't get me wrong now, the 80s was a good era as far as you had a couple lyrical,
it wasn't nothing like the
but
90s,
it wasn't nothing like the 90s when
the 90s came. It was just a whole nother level of MC.
whole nother level of lyricism. So, and Joe Budden is our age, so he come up in that same era, and we looked up to M, and we looked up to the Andre 3000s and the Q-Tips and all the dope MCs who could really rap. So for Joe Budden, you know they say it's one of the worst things is when your idols become your rival.
Yeah.
And this is a classic case of that, because I know, you know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine when we was going hard with our music? Could you imagine we getting on? We had to go at we signed with Outkast, and we had to end up going at them
like Killer Mike. Talking about like Killer Mike and Big Boy.
I'm glad that stopped, bro.
Like but yeah, that's just messed up, because Slaughterhouse should have been one of the, like, they make some great music, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, he would say they would. He said that's the first time that he ever finished a song and they couldn't hold it. As soon as they finished the song, they had to send it off. And when they sent it back, it was different.
See, that's that big label stuff, right?
And then they said M was giving them garbage beats.
Yeah.
And,
see, and think about it, there was garbage to them for their style, but it was cool for M because M got a whole different style.
And this been brewing with Joe for a long time, because he said out of all the people, his verse will always get taken off.
And I don't understand.
And he's the most popular person in the
group. I don't
group.
understand that.
Even songs that he had, he made the idea for, he would get taken off.
Bruh.
So this been brewing for a long time. So this where this beef will be so good.
It's gonna be good.
It's so personal.
It's personal.
Come on, Joe.
Joe, listen.
Drop that record, dog.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. M done seen the podcast. He's gonna say something to Joe. He's gonna say something to MGK. He's gonna come back.
He's gonna say something to everybody who said something in one song. That's what M's gonna do.
Joe, please put on the 4-5, bro. Come back like Jordan with the 4-5, bro.
Come back like Jordan with the 4-5.
Come with the 4-5, bro.
Look, Joe, you don't have to. Look, you ain't got to come back to the NBA.
You gotta come back to the NBA.
At least come back to the Big Three.
Come back to the Big Three.
Come back to the Big Three, baby.
Or play that nigga one-on-one or something.
Come back to the Big Three or something.
We need to see you go head to head.
You got to come back to the league. You can come back to the Big Three, though.
This is what the fans, because you know what? A lot of people didn't really want to.
Hip-hop needs this.
A lot of people didn't really want to go at Joe Budden because they know Joe could kill him.
Yeah.
And nobody want to go at M because they know M could kill him. So now you got
these two deadly murderers.
Bro, you got Ali versus Foreman right here. Another thing that Joe Budden said that stuck with me, man. He said, why are you calling out the people that, you know what I'm saying, you got beef with, when you could be calling out the people on your label, giving them a bigger platform, putting their name out there. And that's what I mean, you gotta, Joe Budden said some really.
Yeah, because he's saying like,
I just wish he would have put what he said into some bars.
Yeah, me too. Because he pretty much said that, you done said my name more as an adversary than you did
while we was supposed
as an artist on your label.
Yeah. That don't make no sense to me.
And with that song Stepping Stone on D12,
yeah, that goes to show you right there.
Run that.
Yeah.
Stars the shit. Y'all could have got to a hit, but me on the shit. If you would put D12 on it, wish I could have did. I wanna try talking you into coming up off, but I know it wasn't my fault. But part of it probably is. I think of all of the trips to BET and the rappers I wish that we would have politic with. Maybe y'all could have clicked and got you some features, but that's water under the bridge. But I'm washing my sins in it till my conscience is.
So my thing now is, if he felt that way about D12, why didn't he try to make his rights? Like,
yeah, why didn't he right his wrongs with Slaughterhouse?
Right his wrongs with Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
And that's a good point Joe Budden brought up. Like, I'm on this label, I'm signed with M. I'm gonna go on tour with this guy. He's gonna, get me out there even more. I'm gonna do some features with him. We're gonna blow up. Like, you're supposed to be excited about that. But he was never impressed by M. But here's my question to you, bro. Do you think Joe have enough in the tank to retire M? Lyrically.
I don't know about retirement. I think he can beat him.
You think he can beat him?
Yeah.
You think he can beat him? So he can't retire.
You gotta realize who Joe went toe to toe with.
Yeah. Joe, he done put some he
went toe to toe with Game in his prime. Game was dropping 300 bars at a time on people, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's putting whole mixtapes out on Genu.
Yeah. And that's another one.
Joe go at people that people won't go at.
You look at G Unit.
He's so confident in it. It's when you have that confidence in yourself, it puts you on a whole nother plateau.
One thing I will say, I feel like Joe really respects him. And
he really respects him. So, and when you respect somebody, then you got to go at them that much harder.
I don't think he really want to go at M just because he respects M. You know what I'm saying? And he see what M is doing. Because what he said about M to get M fired up was, the record was whack, and he got too many geniuses around him to be putting out whack records. And I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with it.
I mean, it just. I guess everybody been pushing M Buttons, and then with the flop of the Recovery album, even though Recovery to me wasn't as bad, it was bad.
That shit was garbage, bro.
But the thing about it, it's like this right here. Everybody want M to grow and not be the old M, but then you got a core group of people like us that want M to be Slim Shady. We want to see him, but like. Jay-Z ain't rapping about the same shit he was rapping about when he first started. M tried to grow with Recovery album and rap some grown man shit. And it didn't work for him.
T.I. puts out his motivational albums and, you know what I'm saying, uplifting albums.
He go back to the trap.
But you see, he go right back to the trap.
He go back to the trap. So, but look, M, with this album right here, with Kamikaze, he's back to Slim Shady. So, and I must say, I like the Kamikaze album. I like almost every song on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
definitely a good return. Good bounce
it's
back.
a good return. He's
and he got hip hop lit again.
Is he gonna go on tour with the album? I don't know. Is he too big of a star?
Mega star.
I just don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Mega stars. Like, if you look at, it's never been a star bigger than
a tour.
It's never been a star bigger than Michael Jackson. There's never been a star bigger than Prince, and they went on tour.
Yeah.
Beyonce and Jay-Z are the biggest stars of this era, and they go on tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
those are just excuses the label was giving.
Yeah, those are just excuses.
No artist big enough,
too big for a tour.
That's where you get your most money at.
That's where you get the most money. You know what I mean? So,
but we getting long winded. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to cover this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as that next disc drop, we own it.
Yeah. Soon as M responds,
so stay tuned to our channel, man. Subscribe, like it in, man. We're gonna be giving y'all the scoop on everything, man.
Yeah.
Break it down
for sure. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and just show love to the channel, yo.
ScriptWork.
ScriptWork.